All right. So we are going live officially. Welcome everyone again. All right, so we have some homeschoolers in here, homeschooling 7 years old and like to learn more. Excellent. We're happy to have you. My name is Andrea Hall, and my kids are ages 15, 12. She's going to be 13 tomorrow, so I know she's super excited about that. 12, 13, and 15, 13, and 11. So those are all of my homeschoolers. My two younger homeschoolers actually did the program with CompuDot that we're going to be talking about today as well, and they love it. They're so excited. So super excited. So I want to welcome you guys. If you are joining us on the live stream, welcome again to Empowering High School Homeschoolers Navigating the STEAM Universe and Getting Started. I want to introduce to you guys CompuDot. So CompuDot was founded in 2007 by Jonathan Osha with the belief that every child deserves equal access to education and opportunity. He realized that the life cycle of a computer in the corporate environment is typically less than 3 years. And usually they're sent to a landfill or they're shelved. These lightly used tools can be a dream come true for a young learner ready to broaden their skills and knowledge, as well as an opportunity to demonstrate good environmental stewardship by our partner organizations. Since then, they have grown their service offerings to include high quality, hands-on, project-based after-school programming and homeschool programming that allows to high demand careers and equip students with the skills needed for jobs today and tomorrow. So that is a little bit about CompuDot. I'm really excited to have them come talk with us today in our Lunch and Learn. You know, like kids have to do math. They have to do English. They have to do science. They have to do social studies. Like we know, like those are like the skills that they have to do. I feel like this is one of the skills that they have to do too, right? Whether you think your kid is going to be a techie or if they're going to be doing coding, like if you're like, oh, I don't think my kid is going to be doing any of those, there's still so much information that CompuDot can share with us that I think we need to know as we're preparing our kids to be successful in a world that's ever changing. So I'm going to toss the mic over to Shayna. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm going to go ahead and spotlight you.
Hi, hello everybody. How are you guys doing? I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for allowing us this opportunity, Andrea. We are fond of you guys at the Epic Homeschool Network. I'm so excited about you as a partner. So I just want to say welcome everybody. And we are an organization called CompuDot. It's going to be me and Shan. Shan is also going to be assisting me as well today. We are an organization at CompuDot and we love what we do. And so a part of our mission is what we want to do is make sure that we bridge the technology divide. Now, what I want to do is I want to know how many people know what the technology divide is. We have a massive divide in Georgia. The technology divide basically talks about how many people still does not have internet access, whether it's dealing with Wi-Fi, they may don't have a laptop or computer. And that's what our divide is about. We have approximately 56% of Georgia still without the greatest technology access. And that's still a broad number. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and share a PowerPoint with you today and talk about us here at CompuDot. Share this screen. And for some reason it didn't open, of course. It was open. Let me try to open it again. Bear with me one moment.
And while Shane is opening that up, I just want to let you guys know, we, Epic, if you guys don't know, Epic Homeschool Network, we are like a homeschool group. We have the field trips, but we also have our classes and our clubs. And CompuDot was able to come to us and we partnered with them for our fall classes, which was an amazing experience. So that's why I wanted to bring it and share it with the community because we plan to do it again in the spring. So just go ahead and pay attention to that. And you don't have to be high schoolers, but we are talking about high schoolers right now, but you don't have to be high schoolers just to be a part.
Yes, 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 yes. So again, welcome to this conversation about CompuDot. We are empowering youth through technology. She just gave us some information about how actually CompuDot got started. Of course, it was founded in 2007. We do believe that every child deserves equal access to education and opportunity. And this is a little bit about Jonathan Osha, who launched CopyDot with the goal of providing economically disadvantaged students with lightly used computers an opportunity to broaden their technology skills. This goal served as a foundation for CompuDot, with a mission to provide technology access and education to under-resourced youth in their communities. These programs eliminate a lack of access to computers, get families connected, facilitate growth in technical and digital literacy skills, and help youth thrive. Our vision is for a future in which all students, regardless of their economic situation, have access to the tools and skills needed to compete and thrive in a technology-driven world. Now, we talked about the digital divide. The digital divide is a term used to describe the gap between individuals who have regular access to technology and the internet and those who do not. We believe it involves the four components. One is the device access. That's where CompuDot comes in as well. Technology education programs, where we provide coding. And we'll talk a little bit more about the programs that we actually offer. Digital literacy classes, that's basically dealing with the computer in a whole in itself, learning how to use the computer, and Wi-Fi connectivity. A lot of people don't know this, but CompuDot actually have their own ISP. So we're able to serve communities with a Wi-Fi if they don't have that Wi-Fi access. So 41% of low-income households don't have access to a computer at home. 41% of low-income households do not have access to reliable high-speed internet. So a Pew Research study in 2019 reported that 41% of low-income families in the United States don't have access to a computer at home, and 41% lack reliable broadband connection. Reliable meaning strong broadband connection where we're able to access the computer and do homework and whatever else that we need to do. That's with 31 million children in the United States living in low-income households. This equates to over 14 million children without the basic tools that they need. So we know during COVID, a lot of families went home. A lot of families didn't have access to the Wi-Fi while they were at home. And so what CompuDot has done is they have come up with a way to talk about the digital divide and have more accessibility, whether that's through giving of laptops, that's providing coding services, as well as having their own ISP. Now, while the world continues to transition its day-to-day operations to online modalities, with education, business, and health sectors pivoting to a virtual learning, Zoom meetings, and telehealth, the demand for computers and adequate internet access grows at a new epidemic rate. So basically, in order to go into this next generation or to our future, we're going to have to learn and know how to use computers, as well as know the job market that's going to be open, because there's going to be a lot of jobs where people are going to have to use computers in order to keep up with robots or AI or computer software or different situations or different issues with the computer. So dealing with technology. So our mission, again, is to provide technology access and education to under-resourced youth in their communities. Our programs serve to eliminate limited access to computers, facilitate growth in technical and digital literacy skills, and support the future of youth in our communities. I know I've said that like several times dealing with our mission, but I just want to make sure that you know how important that this mission is, because it's very important, especially to our youth in under-resourced communities. Before even starting CompuDot, I used to tell people all the time, when it comes to technology in our futuristic world, what's coming, if we do not know how to use a computer or we do not have the skills as far as coding, we're going to be left behind. So it's a necessity that we actually educate ourselves and allow our children to get this education, which is free, for them to be a part of that game so they can be in the running to get those jobs. And that's what we're doing here at CompuDot. We're introducing them to that next level of education. So when they go into those jobs or they interested in coding, they say, hey, I've coded before. This is where I got my start, and I received my start at CompuDot. So this is what we're doing. Our programs, device access, computer adoption, and drive-through is another another program that we offer. In this program, reconditioned corporate computers are distributed to families without access to devices at home through a computer drive-through distribution. Computers are free, and it includes 2 years of free tech support. We also have connectivity, which is a sustainable internet solution. In 2002, CompuDot launched our solution to free, sustainable connectivity for economically disadvantaged communities. This service allows for long-term sustainable connectivity at 50 megabits and 10 to download and upload speeds at no cost to families who qualify. And this household income of 200% of the poverty line or less. Digital literacy, this technology education in the workforce. We help children and young adults maximize their potential through programs which strengthen their computer and technology literacy. All programs include a reconditioning computer to keep. Now, let me explain that. We do offer programs now to Tiny Techs, which is 1st and 2nd grade. In 1st and 2nd grade, within that program, they learn how to be a zookeeper. It's a cute little program where they learn the first steps of coding through a little program we did with zookeepers. Now, with this program, they don't actually receive a free laptop, but they do go through the program because it's just an introduction to the program. So we do teach 1st and 2nd graders as well. We have another program, which is called Early Adopters, which we actually had at the Epic Homeschool Network. With early adopters, students become astronauts. They learn how technology can be used to help enhance a story. Excuse me. By designing their own virtual reality world using code spaces. And they bring their own creations to life using the Scratch and Make Code programming languages. The second one that we actually had at the Epic Homeschool Network was a STEAM program. Of course, we know we use STEAM and not STEM. The difference between STEM and STEAM is art. So we have science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics, where most programs only offer STEM or schools, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Now, the difference is that arts is mostly innovation, and arts can be connected to technology as well. For our STEAM team program, students put on their detective hats. They use STEAM technology to solve the mystery of an art heist. Students will engage with a variety of different hardware and software to learn how tech is used to solve real-world problems. So that is with our STEAM team. That program is actually for 3rd graders. So the early adopters is for 3rd and 4th graders, and the STEAM team program is actually for 5th and 6th graders and mostly middle school. Now, the next program that we have is our Learn to Own program. I'm going to admit somebody. The next one is going to be our Learn to Own program. Now, our Learn to Own program is actually for our high school students. This is where students get more of a hands-on approach of what it is to be in a work life of coding. So they're learning different JavaScripts, Python, different ways how to code, and this is their introduction to it. But it's a great, great, great opportunity for them to get more hands-on experience of that lifestyle, right? So in high school, students learn to code and program, and they will get hands-on with networks and computer hardware. Each participant, again, receives a refurbished laptop to keep, again, with that 2-year tech support after this program. In May, we are excited because we have the opportunity of offering our brand new program, which is our IT Pathways program. This program is for ages 16 to 26. This gives opportunity for youth to participate in internationally recognized Cisco training course. Participants are awarded certificates of completion and have the opportunity to take the Cisco certification exam. Now, we are excited about that. Now, I want to ask a question. Does anybody know how many anything about IT as far as our children in coding and what type of jobs or the job market looks like? If anybody have any questions.
Well, I have a question. Like, can they get a job with after doing that IT Pathways program? And are there opportunities like scholarships or anything that they can get or stuff like that?
So right now, what we're doing is we're offering the certification, so they can actually use this certification to go apply for a job and use this on their resume and say that they have this experience because they have that certification to take with them.
And let me add to that, Andrea. Also, with the IT pathways, they'll be able to choose their pathway. So we will have certain pathways where there'll be offered apprenticeships, a possibility of an apprenticeship with either it's going to be like a medical building and coding, or hygienist, or things that use the computer and tech. So that's what the program is all about. It's about them choosing that pathway, getting that certification, and hopefully getting that apprenticeship.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. Now, I did want to share, it was something that I did want to share, and let's see if I can. Mm,
And another thing with programming, as we talked about the programming that's more so for youth, the younger youth, we also offer that digital literacy, which captures that older population as well. And we serve those 18 and up, but we mostly see that request coming from senior citizens, grandparents of students who are homeschooling, as I saw one in the chat area. And so that's becoming a thing as well, where grandparents are teaching and housing their young grandchildren, and they need to know certain things of how to use technology. And so we offer that course to seniors, elders, anyone willing to take it.
yes. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. So I did some research. I wanted to show you guys a couple of opportunities that deal with computer science majors. This is in Handshake. I don't know if anybody knows about Handshake, but Handshake is basically a work source that's for a lot of colleges use in order to find opportunities for employment after they graduate or during their tenure in college. So this was the top 10 jobs for computer science majors. So I want to show you this, and then I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna read because I don't want to go all the way down. And I want to talk to you about these jobs. So it says, when working in a field that changes and adapts constantly, being well-versed in problem solving is a must. There will be times when the unit test of your code doesn't go through successfully, or you have a long sprint to completing your next goal. In these situations, your flexibility and skill in working through a pressing problem would come in handy. Critical thinking is probably one of the first things that comes to mind when contemplating skills for computer science-oriented jobs. Many roles in this field require lots of looking at screens, mulling over numbers, and testing code, but it's key for somebody in this field to be capable of understanding all sides of a problem to analyze and edit things like a machine. However, a sense of creativity will also help you fully tap into your role. Once you got the analytical side of the equation down, the drive to generate exciting new ways of doing things is absolutely vital to great computer science work. So I want to show you some of the top 10 jobs for computer science majors. And I'm not going to go all the way down because I want to pause for a moment. And I don't want to show you how much they make yet. So this is a software developer. Software developers are tasked with creating and developing websites, programs, and other applications that run on computers or other devices. Now, the skills: a strong background in computer programming is highly recommended for these positions. Interpersonal skills to collaborate with others on projects, and being detail-oriented to be able to juggle multiple aspects are also highly valued. Now, people hear software developer all the time. Now, what I've realized is that once we go and look at some of these jobs or the employment with these programs or some of these companies that hire, a lot of their top skilled workers or the people that's actually creating these programs, a lot of their top tier employees, they don't look like us. They look like, we want to make sure that it's diverse. And that's what CompuDoc is here to do, is to make sure that we give everybody an opportunity to be at the top of some of these companies or develop programs as well. So this right here is a software developer. A software developer, they make around $105,000, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics. $105,000. The next one is a web developer. Web developers are programmers that are concentrated on coding, designing, and building out the layout of a website. Their skills include the knowledge of HTML, CSS. Now, while I was teaching at Epic Homeschool, I realized that some of her students have already been introduced to HTML. So this gives them a great start or a great jump. You have a lot of students that want to be web designers, not just web designers, but also dealing with virtual reality. This is another one. So again, the skills of this is JavaScript and other programming language, which is essential for this role. It's also important to have knowledge of graphic design and a collaborative mindset while working with other designers on projects. They start off at about 69,000. I'm going to skip down to this one. I was just at a Georgia symposium not too long ago where we were talking about the technology divide. And I remember that a guy from Microsoft, he actually mentioned this. He said an AI engineer, that's an artificial intelligent engineer. They create, test, and develop computer systems with a goal of mimicking human intelligence in said systems. Now, the skills for this is programming is at the heart of this role, alongside a strong understanding of software development and linear algebra, probability, and statistics. But let me tell you, he said without a degree that an AI engineer starts around 150,000. That's for an AI engineer. Another one that a lot of our boys have been interested into lately is the video game developer. These developers are coding heroes behind the games you play in your free time. They code on various systems and they conceptualize with other developers to create playable games. Their skills include storytelling skills along with ability to conceptualize both plot and design and are keys to this role. It's valuable to have a vision and ideas for executing it well, not simply know the programming language. Now, this is the thing about it. We offer STEAM. So again, I remember I stated that STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, where STEAM is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Now, with the video game developer, the arts definitely comes into play because you have to create that storytelling line. You have to visually see what it is that you want to create and have the ability to create. Excuse me. And have the ability to create. So I just wanted to share with you that. And then I wanted to go back to our PowerPoint. Do anybody have any questions? All right. If nobody could have any questions, I can go back to our PowerPoint.
I think your video went off.
Okay, I'm here. I'm sorry. Does anyone have any questions?
I don't see any in the chat, so I think we're good. So they don't need to have a degree to make a good living doing.
That's correct. That's correct.
Mhm.
That's something to think about, right? Right.
And with us, they can start as early as first grade. So,
Exactly.
getting that small coding in and going up into third and fifth grade, sixth to eighth grade, 9 through 12, and hopefully getting that certification with IT pathways.
Exactly. So who do we serve? We serve children and families without access devices at home, students who don't have access to quality out-of-school technology enrichment education, and low-income communities which lack access to connectivity. While we do deliver programs direct to community members, we believe in collaborative and productive partnerships with schools, districts, community organizations, nonprofits, as well as state and local government agencies to reach more community members in need. So these are some of the areas. We are in 23 cities that we actually are in where we service the need. As you can see in that
I
green,
think we've grown to 30 actually now, 30 cities
so
now.
it's 30 cities now. We have the
Yeah.
So our impact. We plan to continue expanding our geographic reach across the United States by providing more programs and access while deepening our impact in the communities we serve. As you can see here, and these numbers may have changed as well or elevated. These are some of the numbers of who we provide, of what we have done lately. The need, again, 41% of our families still lack access to a computer at home. 58% of all STEM jobs on the market are computer science jobs. 35% of U.S. high schools teach computer science, and 500,000 current U.S. job openings are in computer science. So we have a huge need where we need to start preparing our students for that next need to fill those gaps. Our needs as CompuDot, again, we look for computer distribution sites. These are sites where we go into low-income communities and we actually give out free refurbished laptops. And again, these have 2-year tech support. With these laptops, it is 1 laptop per household, but it's been a great success. Definitely a great success with CompuDot. Now, we also look for partnerships within programs within communities like Epic Homeschool, where we can offer these training programs as well. So of course, facilities do our trainings at, and of course, community partners to spread the word of our services. Now I have put this information, I changed it, but of course, my name is Shayna Asby, and I can give you some more information of who I am, how to reach me or Shan as well, and about CompuDot. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them at this time.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Nisi. I have a question about so I know that you all offered a program for the younger kids. My child is a younger kid. Do you all have something where they can do things on their own? Like you have their own program where they can just log in and just work on it, like, just kind of go through it? Or do they have to be in front of an instructor?
Oh, so while they're in our program, we're going to be teaching them or giving them that start of how to start in different programs. They actually can go home on some of the programs that we use in the program to work on it on their own. So yes, they will have access. They will have the ability to do that. Yes, ma'am.
Is your question, Nisi, more so if they can just do it independently and never meet in person, face to face?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's not the case. That's
but
not
if
the
they're
case.
already,
They won't be able to have access to the curriculum, to our curriculum, to be able to do that on their own.
Right.
It is a facilitated training. All of our programs are facilitated.
Right.
okay, because he's in the CompuDot program at his school, but I was like, okay, well, in the summertime, could he go say where he is and then go further on his own if he's already in it or something?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, it would be now if he's using like co-spaces, like she said, or something like that, he's still have access to his augmented reality and things like that, where he can continue to build another augmented reality, and he still has his merge cube to be able to do that. But as far as getting another curriculum or activities to do self-led, that we don't have those available.
Okay. I just saw something in the chat. I'm just gonna go ahead and take over. Someone asked me that do you all have summer programs? Is that and so I'm asking the same thing. Do y'all have summer programs?
That is a big yes with the exclamation mark. And we are now starting to look toward our summer programming. So yes, we do. If if Andrea, we can get something together for summer, we can do it. If we get enough students in the cohort, yeah, let's do a summer program.
Exactly.
Definitely. We're definitely open to it. Our main thing with Epic and with all of our programs, you guys have to sign up. So we do that in Epic. And in the spring, we'll be starting a program. We really want to focus in on our younger learners, because this past co-op, we didn't do something for our younger learners, like our first and second graders is what we were looking at. And then something especially for our high schools, which is why we titled it the way we did, because there's so many opportunities available to our high schoolers that they can start doing now. Like they don't have to wait till graduate high school to take advantage of some of these career options for some of them, as long as they are a certain age. So we wanted to extend that opportunity, and you don't have to be a member of Epic Homeschool Network to take advantage of this program. So we also want, that's why I'm sharing it in our community. That's why if you guys are watching the Facebook Live, you're seeing it in the Facebook Live. You don't have to be an official member of our community to take advantage of it. We'll be sharing you guys the information on how to do that. So yeah, this is an opportunity we want to make sure everybody has access to.
Yes, Andrea, what you're saying is it's also open to non-homeschoolers, like kids in public schools.
Well, our programs are named typically during the daytime. CompuDot is open to all students, but our programs are typically on Tuesdays during the daytime. So 10 a.m. I think to 5 or 4 is how our program runs how our program runs. I feel like I'm not saying that in good English, but that's how we run our programs. So if they're in a flexible program, like if they're like in a virtual charter school that gives them abilities to come to us during the daytime, yeah, but that's typically why we don't see too many students outside of that.
And Andrea, Vonda,
Your school with us.
oh, go ahead. I
Go ahead,
apologize.
Vonda.
They asked if we do virtual programming,
Yes.
so answer that question.
Virtual programming. So that hasn't been done since the pandemic, and it's been reworked. So we're actually working on some reworking of our virtual programming and how we put those out. So in the future, for sure, there would possibly be opportunities for virtual programming, as that's a lot of moving pieces. As we have student kits that need to be shipped to the students and devices and things like that. So we can look at that, or we can look at a virtual ed program where the students do come in all at once, and then there's a monitor for all of them at once instead of them being in their own separate spaces, right? Doing a virtual program. So I can get back to you that on Andrea and the community on virtual programming and how we can move forward with virtual programming.
You know, I'm always going to ask. So yeah, definitely. I think I ask you like every 3 months or so.
For sure. And for the parent, I heard a parent mention that they said their student was in public school. What school is that?
Let's see.
I think she's going to look it up for us.
Got it.
Oh, that school is in Rockdale County.
Rockdale County.
Yes.
Well, we're just looking for more opportunities for programs. So yeah, I like to hear when you say, hey, my student is not a part of homeschool, but they go to this school. So write that down.
Yes, that's a great opportunity. Yes, thank
Do
you.
you know the name of the school?
I forgot. Being a
Okay.
grandma, I done forgot.
No problem. Understand.
All right, everyone. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank CompuDot. Thank Shayna, Shan, and Ms. Vonda is also here from CompuDot for the program. I mean, it's an awesome program, guys. We truly loved it. So we're excited to continue to partner with CompuDot. Before we sign off, I also want to I have some announcements, but let me, Shayna, is there anything else you wanted to say before I wrap us up?
No, I just want to say thank you. And I look forward to seeing a lot of you guys and a lot of those students in that class. Okay.
Sounds good. All right. So before we sign off, I do have a few announcements to make. Today we are opening up. So Epic Homeschool Network, we have field trips. You heard about some of the classes that we offer. One of the cool field trips we're going to be doing is going to the Georgia Aquarium. And homeschoolers who are part of Epic Homeschool Network, if you're an official member of Epic Homeschool Network, you get to go to the Georgia Aquarium for free, December 20th. So I'll be posting that link in the chat in the Facebook group. So definitely check that out. It's December 20th. So sign up. We have a limited number of spots. If you are not a member of Epic Homeschool Network, you are still able to join us at a very discounted rate, like extremely discounted. So be on the lookout for that too. So you are welcome to join us too. You will just have to pay, but if you're a member, you get it for free. So please pay attention to that. That's the first announcement. Second announcement, we have our community Christmas holiday winter party next week Thursday. So be on the lookout for that link as well. And then finally, next year in January, we are going to be co-hosting the Black Family Homeschool Conference. We are so excited about that. And you don't have to be just a Black family. You could be a mixed family. You could just be wanting to have support for your homeschooler. But we are going to be co-hosting the Flourish 2023 conference. CompuDot will be there too. So if you want to meet them in person, I believe they're going to be there. It is January 24th to the 26th. I'll be putting a link in Facebook for that. So please just check out these events. If you're like, I don't know what Epic does, I don't see anything, we do all of that plus more. So please come out, join, support, and ask questions. If you have any questions, we're here to support you in your homeschool journey. All right. Thank you, Shayna and Shan and Miss Vonda.
Bye.
Thank you guys for joining us today, and you guys have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Hi, and thank you.
You're welcome.